What up, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm blessed.
Good, man. Good to hear, man. What would you say the mood of this team is going into this game, but also just after the last week, so a lot of close losses, real tight games?
We're motivated. Just another opportunity to go out there and get a good quad one win. Everybody's still in the gym working out, still working hard. A couple of losses in a row doesn't really just affect us mentally. We're nowhere a better team than we're showing right now, but everyone's still in high hopes, and we feel like we're still a good team. We're going to peak at the right time.
Dylan, what do you think you guys need to do well to beat Alabama Saturday?
Well, we really have to play our best basketball. We have to strap down on defense and really hit our free throws and really just make shots and not turn the ball over and make sure we're the more physical team. But really just being able to hit shots and going on runs and making sure that they don't get too hot.
And what kind of atmosphere are you sort of expecting?
I'm probably expecting the best one we're going to see in recent years. Not recent years, probably just the best one this season. I said it last season. So probably one that matches the Kentucky one, if not a little bit better than that one from last year.
Go ahead, Mark.
How you doing physically?
Yeah,
It's been sort of a rough couple weeks for you.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. The COVID was really bad Friday morning, I talked to the doctors and we tested and they just sat me out. I didn't travel with the team and I had to quarantine for 5 days until the Tuesday game. But physically, I feel great. Thank God I got over it quickly. But Friday was a really tough morning for me.
Anybody else? Advice?
This season, you've had to, sacrifice a little bit more of your playing time. What has that been like mentally for you?
Yeah.
Just changing roles a bit.
Well, mentally, it's just been up and down. It's my third year here, and I'm grateful to be at Auburn. And it's kind of sometimes it is trying as a competitor, but I know as a teammate that I have to be, right and ready mentally and physically each and every game. And who knows, like when my team needs me. Last year I didn't play that much as well, and the Alabama game I played my most minutes that at Alabama. And I had a pretty decent performance, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about just staying right and staying ready, not being selfish in the sense of thinking that I should be out there more than the next guy. Because at the end of the day, we all put in work to get to where we're at, and I'm appreciative of every moment, every chance that I get on the court.
Dylan, you kind of mentioned how you guys are able to just sort of, you have some tough losses, but you kind of wipe them away and get ready for the next game. How important is that down the stretch of the season? You guys, like you said, still have some quad one opportunities left, and what do you attribute that?
Yeah, well, I know it's very important because we can't really dwell on the past, you know what I'm saying? Like, we realized we fumbled a lot of games that we should have won, and it could have helped us out, later on in the season that came back to bite us. But at the end of the day, we can't, you can't cry over spilled milk. So at the end of the day, we have to make the most out of every opportunity we're going to get from here on out and try to make the most of our season. We have a mentality in the locker room that we feel like we're going to go out here and try to win these next 8 games in a row, and we're not trying to lose anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's just the mentality we have, and that's the effort you're going to see. You're going to see a different Auburn team, in my opinion, as far as our effort goes. Now, as far as making shots, we cannot control that, but our effort, we're going to play on fire.
What have you seen so far on tape of Brandon Miller?
Oh, man, he's a great player. I'm just very intrigued in his shots. Very efficient player. Doesn't really have that many games where he's in single-digit scoring. I think he's one of the only players in the SEC that's one of two only players to score double digits in all SEC games. So I know he's a heck of a scorer and a heck of a competitor, and he's the life of that team. And I've been very impressed with his 3-point shooting overall. That's pretty much all I know about him, really.
Just else, Mark, you good?
Well, I gotta ask you about the T-shirt, man.
Mm-hmm. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I just like it. Love the design, and I don't know much about Mike, but I would just love to carry on his legacy as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? I love the design of the shirt. I think it's very awesome that James Cohen.
John Cohen.
Cohen.
Yep.
I'm sorry, John. Yeah, if you watch that. But I'm very glad that he's able to, come over here and tell us about and pretty much inform us about the kind of guy that Mike was over at Mississippi State.
And piggybacking on that, just one more thing for me, just with that being Outlive game on Saturday, what's Outlive kind of mean to you?
Yeah, so I love the Outlive games because it allows us to see pretty much it kind of normalizes the human nature of life. And when I say that, I mean basketball, we don't really talk about problems much. We kind of just glorify the student athlete, but we don't really talk about what we deal with and stuff like that. And you know, learning about people's stories throughout Outlive, I've got to see, you know, what people have been dealing with off the court. And I didn't know that my assistant coach Wes Flanagan had cancer, you know, until the Outlive game last year. You know, I thought he's a normal dude. I'm not saying people are. I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say that. But I'm just mean like I just didn't know that he had cancer. And like when you hear about cancer stories, you don't really hear much about people triumphing after cancer. You kind of hear the word cancer, and you kind of just, you know, shrivel up and be like, dang, like that's it for you. But he fought it, and now he's an assistant coach, and he's coaching his son at Auburn. That's an amazing story that I should feel like should be told more. But I wouldn't have gotten to hear that story if it wasn't for Outlive. So I love Outlive just because it gives players the opportunity to really just show their history and show their background about people that they know that are affected by cancer and kind of honor them in that way. So I just love Outlive and everything it stands for.
Very good.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Dylan.
Dylan.